sitting here looking at a text message, man, dated back from April 13th, 2019 from the Come Get You Some Pro, man. It says, I'm not home with mail you the paperwork on Monday. Here we is in 2021. And I'm checking the mailbox every second, man, and I don't see no paperwork, man. I hope Ron keep listening to this interview, man. You know what I'm saying? You need to listen to this, man, because you need to really wake up. But I really hope if you don't wake up, man, that your empire going to get squashed, man. Because one thing about me, one thing about Texas, man, we the type of men, we stand up guys, man. You know, if you tell us something, we're going to be about that, man. You know what I'm saying? And like my boy Brandon say, when he see you in Baltimore, he's going to hit you with that Mike Tyson uppercut, man. And that's going to, you know what I'm saying, that might give him a little justice for what you've done. But I like to get into what happened to me, you know? So the way you got into it, as far as finding Orange Queen, I'm going to call him, you know, you call him Orange King, I'm going to call him Queen, like I say. The way you found Orange Queen was through another breeder, so you had a personal reference from somebody that had dogs. So I can respect that. Me, I just had money. I was buying dogs, had dogs already. You know, I wasn't into the boxer type, and I think all three of us can agree with that. So that's kind of like one of the selling points, man, that some of these guys is hiding under. Hey, I ain't got boxing. You know what I'm saying? But you come with a bag of problems. You know what I mean? So I was searching, you know, for people that had dogs that was pretty much close to what I like, as far as the original type, champion, and all that. And I pulled across a YouTube video, and there was a guy on YouTube named Saladin. I'm not familiar. I don't know if none of y'all know about it, but he was on YouTube at the time, and he was just shouting out different things that I agree with. You know what I mean? So I agree with his concept of what the Cane Corso is, as far as, you know, it should be a working dog that don't have a huge undershot, that don't look like a bulldog or a frog or whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? A dog that got a good muzzle, not square but rectangular. You know that just resemble the type of dog that I fell in love with the splits. But long story short, he shouted out, you know, Orange Queen, and I was like, man, you know, I just got on the hunt for him. I'm like, okay, here's a guy that's supposed to have the original. Okay, I looked at his dogs. I didn't see no boxing. You know what I'm saying? And I say, okay, well, let me go and make the call to secure me some dogs from him. You know, and one thing led to the next. Got the dogs from him. I wasn't too fond about him because when, you know, I had told him, like, look, I already got dogs that, you know, that they about their life. They gonna do something. You know, the type of dogs I prefer. And he said, yeah, I got you. I got something for you. You know, he ended up sending me 2 dogs down, and they was real skittish. And so I even explained that to him through text. I was like, man, you know, I ain't really used to no dog that when I put it on the ground, it just take out running. You know what I'm saying? Like, that just ain't the type of dogs I'm used to. You know? But luckily I met Brandon. I see that he do got dogs that, you know what I'm saying? Like, at one time, Brandon, you got yours about 4 or 5 years ago, right?
Yeah, I got Meech is 5 years old now.
Mm. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, he probably had better dogs then. You know what I'm saying? Because I've seen some dogs that, you know, obviously led me to want to get a dog from him. But that's why breeders should update, you know what I'm saying, to what they doing now. Because we can't go by what you did then. You know what I'm saying? We don't eat honey like that. We don't fuck with used to bees. You know what I'm saying? We want to see what you're doing right now, how your program going right now. So a lot of people still complaining about the skittish dogs. The guy that you said that you dealt with, that's a famous breeder, he complained about it. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna mention no names, but I know what you're talking about. And I was the first one to do it when I got the dog. So I was like, man, it's crazy. I'm expecting this, man. You know, somebody tell me they're gonna do something or something that's different, something that your expectations get high. So my expectations, you know what I'm saying, caused me to be let down. But what was crazy was that everybody started attacking me that was in the world, that was like, that knew about it. They was like, man, you are the reason them dogs are like that. I'm like, wow. So I recorded one day. I recorded a video that I sent to a few key people of this little 8-week-old puppy I got the name of Murray in the kennel with one of the dogs he sent, and they seen the other dogs skittish run away, and Amai's running, barking, growling, and hitting whatever he's trying to hit. And I say, well, let me send it out to y'all, let y'all just tell me what's going on. You know what I mean? But long story short, you know, I did kind of like you, Mr. Brandon. I reached out to him. I even asked for a replacement dog. You know, that was unresponded. Like I say, I just read a text from April 13th, 2019, in which he was talking about the paperwork. You know, once you start drilling down on him on the paperwork, I think Brandon can agree with that, that if you start asking him certain questions, he eventually going to block you. You know what I'm saying? But what was odd about the whole thing is he made a post about me. Did he make one about you, Mr. Brandon?
Not that I know of. He blocked me, so, you know. But what I can say is he still, I work Meech, and he still posts videos of Meech doing work. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Meech is a 5-year-old dog. You know what I mean? Like you just said, you know what I mean? You post what you're doing now. Put out there what you're doing now. Don't put out what you been did. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's still doing that. But continue what you were saying.
Yeah, so that was the case. Like I say, I reached out to him like you, man. And once you do that, it's pattern. You know what I'm saying? You know, as you can see from Mr. Brandon, the pattern is hey, if you are any type of person that got wits about yourself, he's going to duck to the corner and block you. And that's it. You know, people are going to discover him through a Saladin video in which I stop myself and go back to Mr. Brandon. Mr. Brandon even asked Saladin, why do you keep promoting him? And I've heard just through my partner why Saladin, you know, keeps promoting him, because they say they promote the dog, not really how he does business in a sense. That's probably not the exact words, but you just have to respond to this video. But the point is he shouldn't promote him if he's a bad breeder or he's kicking out skittish dogs. Period. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody falls off. When you fall off, you just go tell them. You got to be honest with them. Like, hey, man, your dogs ain't kicking like you used to. Step your game or pull up on that diaper. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, do it better. That's just what it is. That's what we're supposed to do. So one of the key reasons why I supported him was because I didn't know of any African-American breeders that have a historical mark into the game of breeding with this Corso. Like, every time I looked for a dog, it was not, it was all white American breeders that bred the dog. And there was no, there was nobody speaking on Black Americans or whatever that also cherished the dog and brought it in and kept it true. And so I looked at it like that. Okay, I got 10 or 12 dogs from white breeders, which this is not about race, but it's just a point like, hey, let me go and support this Black breeder because he kept it as true as the white breeders I got dogs from. So that was one of the things that I wanted to support him on for that. But, you know what I'm saying, I woke up and that was like I was in a nightmare once I made that deal, man. That don't mean y'all go out there and don't support black breeders. That just mean like, hey, know which ones are not serious about the business, that want to duck and dodge you and want to scam you for a couple of dollars. You know, that's all I'm saying. So with that being said, one thing led to the next. The guy blocked me. I reached out to him various ways. He's changed numbers, but he still got the same Instagram and Facebook. He's still promoting all this and all that. And, you know, so that's what we at today. We're just promoting the fact that, hey, that guy's labeled right now today as a scam artist, a con artist. You know what I'm saying? Like a person that just don't do business good. So I'm totally just letting people know, like, hey, save your money and go another route. You know what I mean? If you go that route, just know you're going to get a pet quality dog, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? If you're anybody that's serious about it, you just have to find another route.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, that's just what it is. That's the situation I got as far as with him. My situation isn't as long, you know. But right now, I'm doing litigation with the guy. I actually got him in the court system. Even though he don't have money, you know, I just want to set the record straight and just let him know, hey, this is what we stand on. From Texas, what we do. No matter if you got no money or not, it ain't about the money, the principle. But I want to speak on Saladin because I ain't gonna speak negative on him. But I just want him to get this message, man. While we on YouTube, Mr. Saladin. You need to keep your motherfucking mouth closed, homeboy. Until you get some dogs of your own, we don't want to hear you talk dogs no more. You got a problem, you hit this inbox up or whatever, you drop a comment, man, we can have a one-on-one and we can discuss it. I'm telling you something that's real, and we don't need to hear you promoting bad breeders no more. If somebody aware you what's going on, wake up. You got a voice in it. I ain't going to tell you to quit, because you got some knowledge, man. Or just keep your mouth shut. But that's all I got to say on